Alright guys, you can see now I got the can't remember if I have a chain on the last video or not, but I got the rear brake on, got the wheels on it. I already tried to do an intro into this video, and I did this work only to have the card in the camera corrupted, and I lost all that. So we're going to start from here and work our way to the end. So now I'm just putting on the cover, the front sprocket cover, and then we'll just work from there. Now I'm going to put the start putting the handlebar stuff back together. Got one of the grips here. We'll put this on this side, and then I'm going to put the clutch and brake, the throttle, and the electrical switch for the headlights and all, and running and stuff like that. So get started here. And this is just some dishwashing liquid and water, just enough to get it to slip in place. And this grip is a little bit bigger than that one, the diameter, so it slips on easier, or slips on the sleeve. That's on. Okay, so these two go to the headlights, and these two go to the red light on top of the housing for the headlights. So, well, once I get the headlights and housing done, then I'll hook this stuff up. Okay, as you can see, I've polished the right headlight lens, cleaned up the outside and inside the best I could. It's not perfect, but it's a whole lot better than what it was before the polishing. That took a little bit of time, but it was well worth it. I'll get the other one done and we'll come back. After I got the headlights polished, put everything together here, now I've just got to plug it in and mount it back on the forks. Now it's looking a little more complete. I finished up the fuel system off camera too. Now I can put the clutch cable in, get it set, and if you hadn't seen that, I got my, I made this. Whether it's any good or not, I don't know, but I made that to replace the original bent one. So now, when we come back, heads up, I'll give you guys an update on this. I don't have the radiator installed yet because the original radiator is leaking. So I got to get a new radiator for it, and got to wait a little bit before I can order that. I have the hoses and everything, just got to get the radiator itself. Waiting on a carb kit because the jetting, I found that an ATC 250R has the same carburetor as that CR125, only the jetting is more set up for one of these. At least the 250R, and it's a little bit closer than the CR125 jetting, so I'm going to get that kit, get it installed in the carburetor. It should help us keep it, get it running even better than what it did before. These tires, they have enough dry rot because they're about 10 years old. And I didn't see it when I wasn't really looking at it all that hard when I had it on my lawnmower, but they have enough dry rot cracks and stuff in them that I'm going to replace them. It's only fitting to do this much work to the three-wheeler to put better tires on it, because we got a brand new front tire on it. We might as well put good back tires on it, so I'll get around to that. I have to order the plastics to go over this area here, the scoops, and the airbox cover. I do have the airbox, of course. If you've seen my earlier videos, at least you have that. And once I get all the parts for this area here, then I'll reinstall the carburetor, make an intake tube set up to replace what the original one was. You can buy them off of eBay, but they're entirely too expensive, and you can't really tell what kind of shape they're in. So I've got the stuff to make this. I just got to get everything else in place to do it. And I think that's about it that I want to talk about for now. Alright, I'm going to have to apologize for the winds. They're kind of picking up a little bit, so it's possibly could be noisy. Alright, I put the clip down here because I had originally forgot to put that clip in. I couldn't figure out why I couldn't get the cable to stay in place. Put the clip in place, and then the adjuster up here, I had to go get it. So now it's just a matter of putting this together. smoothly. I'll probably do something to tie this up. That goes right there. There we go. With this cable is just a smidge longer than the original. The OE cable come across here and it was like right up against the engine, super tight, almost in a bind. And this one, I can probably I can hook it down here and then loop it up and tie it up, like maybe right here, and still be in good smooth, still have good smooth action. So I think that's what we'll do. Grab a small amount of plate. That's kind of the way we want it. And lastly, I did tie this up in kind of a silly place, but honestly, it's going to work just as good there as anywhere else. I'm not going to zip it up super tight. It's still loose enough to move around and stuff, to flex, but it'll hold it still enough that it won't be flopping around. That's exactly where I want it. Alright guys, I know this is a short one. Didn't have a whole lot going on, but I'm pretty much out of usable parts until I get some more stuff in. So I guess that'll be the end of this video. If you like this video, give it the thumbs up button. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Go check my Patreon channel page, and I'll see you in the next one.